Okay, so today it was announced that less than 2 months after being fired by the Calgary Flames, Brad Treliving will be the next general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The dude literally got fired and somehow ended up with a better job a month and a half later. And for me personally, I don't hate this move. Treliving is not horrible, but this is just such an uninspiring mid-move by the Leafs. Brendan Shanahan wanted to get someone with experience this summer, but considering Treliving's experience is not that successful of experience, I don't get it. In his 9 years in Calgary, yes, he was almost there for a decade. They made the playoffs 5 times and only made it to the second round twice. Like, if they got a guy in his mid-60s, maybe even in his 70s that had Stanley Cup winning experience, I would understand Shanahan doing that instead of a younger guy like Dubas. But now you bring in a guy that literally just has one more career playoff win than Kyle Dubas and literally missed the playoffs after making a blockbuster trade last season. Don't get me wrong, I don't fully blame him for the Gaudreau and Tkachuk situations because they wanted out. His hands were tied, but I do blame him for immediately signing the players he traded for, Huberdeau and Weegar, to massive contracts before they even played a single game, and now those contracts look like they'll age horribly. And also, you kind of can blame Treliving for Tkachuk because apparently Tkachuk wanted to sign long-term but was only offered a 3-year contract by the management team. That is a massive mistake. And this dude's overall history of giving guys in their late 20s massive contracts that age like shit is pretty extensive. Like, Toronto is a team that already has so much money tied to a few select players that they can't afford to have 1 or 2 bad old contracts on the sheets that will wreck them even further salary cap wise. So overall, considering it was such an uninspiring hire, I kind of just think he's gonna be a Brendan Shanahan puppet. Because according to the reports, Kyle Dubas's main problem was that he wanted autonomy and didn't get it, and as a result, Shanahan said, "See you later." So I'm sure Treliving, who doesn't have a ton of leverage in terms of negotiating this because he was just fired by the Calgary Flames, basically said to Shanahan, "Yeah, I'll listen to what you have to say. I just want to have a job." So yeah, I don't think anything too drastic is going to happen. Apparently, he wants to keep the core 4 in place, but I just don't trust him to assemble a title-level team around their core pieces. But yeah, overall, just a very mid-hire by the Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll see on July 1st. If he can get Matthews and Nylander done, then maybe we do give him some credit. But if he doesn't, there's going to be pandemonium in Leafs Nation.